Test. Alrighty peeps, we're halfway through our tour of Silverton. 20 kilometres outside of Broken Hill. An old silver mining town. The Silverton Hotel on the right is cranking, isn't it, Sharon?
It certainly is.
It's cranking. We have just had a coffee at the Silverton Bakery. The coffee was magnificent.
Delicious.
And a pie.
Not delicious.
It was beautiful. Not delicious. You didn't have one.
Exactly.
John Dennon Gallery on the left.
Beautiful.
That was really good. I like his emus. Some very quirky art exhibitions here. Galleries. Up on the right hand side is the Mad Max Museum. That's well worth going in. $10 a head. You've got to be a certain generation, haven't you, Sharon, for that one? For the Mad Max.
To understand, yes.
Pretty cool. Some galleries along here on the right. I don't know what that was there. I didn't even look at it.
We didn't walk down.
No, it's got a little sign thing down the bottom. I don't think so. This guy here obviously likes his V-dubs. And we've got camel ride booked for 5:30. 5 o'clock, sunset camel ride. One point to remember if you come to Silverton, bring cash. Because the internet is very unreliable. Correct?
Correct.
Correct. So bring over a bit of cash. So do you think that's our camel farm in there? Look at the old windmill and the big wind turbines in the background. 1800s, new millennium.
So peeps, this is the entry into the Silverton Historic Cemetery. Fenced in 1888, the cemetery is the burial place of a number of Silverton pioneers, including John Stokey. In 1880, John Stokey discovered the Umberumburka mine, which is the main reason for the existence of the township of Silverton. The cemetery is a sad reminder of the harsh living conditions of the time, with a number of children predeceasing their parents, who often joined them not long afterwards. Very few people had funds to erect a headstone or a fence, hence the few marked graves. The headstones which were erected came from Adelaide by bullock wagon and were often in poor condition on arrival. The marble cent was of an inferior quality and has not weathered the harsh outback climate well. It is unfortunate that the cemetery records have been lost, so there is little information as to who is buried where. The cemetery is a Crown Reserve and is managed by the Silverton Village Committee. Due to the lack of records as to where people are buried in the historic section of the cemetery, burials are no longer permitted.
This wall stands as a tribute to the men and women and children who moulded Silverton into what it was, what it is, and what it will be. To the memory of the men and women of Silverton who fought for our country and gave their lives in all campaigns since the Great War of 1914 to 1918. Holy moly.
Oh my God. This is beautiful, isn't it? It would have been lovely.
There you go, peeps. Monday lookout. 4Ks out of Silverton. Silverton is 20Ks out of Broken Hill. Today we've got a mine tour booked in an hour. It's the time now, 8:40 a.m. And then a camel ride in Silverton tonight. So today we're tourists in Silverton. So this is the greatest sunset spot in Australia. Sounds a bit special. It's a bit breathtaking when you first come over that rise here, isn't it?
G'day peeps, welcome to level 4 of the Daydream Mine. What you're looking at here is galena, which is the primary ore of lead and is often mined for its silver content. The Daydream Mine, 20 k's from Broken Hill, and the rich silver-bearing ore was discovered in 1882 by a bloke named Joe Mitch, who had been prospecting in the area, got tired, laid down for a nana nap, and when he woke up, he thought he was daydreaming because he could see silver on the ground, hence the name Daydream Mine. Back in the day, the miners would work 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, all by candlelight. Get this. 2 blokes would take turns swinging a 5.5 kilo hammer each into a drill steel that would be held in position by a third bloke who would rotate it after each hit. This insanity would continue until the hole was 2 feet deep, at which point it was filled with black powder and fired. Kaboom. Once the dust had settled, they would have to go back down into the mine, check that all the timbers were in position, send the youngest miners, who were around 8 years of age, down into the crevices because they were the smallest people down there, and they'd start to bring it out and sort it. Like I said, unbelievable. Well, peeps, who would have thought that riding a 700 kilo camel named Stuart could be so relaxing? If you ever get the opportunity to do this, do it because it is so much fun. It's unreal. Welcome to the underground motel in the opal mining town of White Cliffs, which is 260 kilometres from Broken Hill. It's a small detour on the way back home to Canberra. The hotel dugouts, just like all the other dugouts in the town, are necessary to escape the stifling 40-degree plus temperatures outside. The temperature in the dugouts sits around 20 degrees. The dugouts, which are cave-like, hollowed out of sandstone, are structurally stable because of the solid rock formation. The sandstone is a strong, naturally occurring material that doesn't require timber supports. While a room with no TV and a 150-metre walk to the showers and bathrooms is not everyone's cup of tea, it's an experience and I highly recommend it. The staff were great and the limited dinner menu was delicious. The breakfast buffet is a continental selection. During our 2 days in White Cliffs, we visited all the sites and mine tours on offer, and we even went to Joe's famous opal shop made out of beer bottles. The sunsets and sunrises from above the motel are extraordinary.
Pass down the oxygen. What are we doing?
Got our shadows in.
Did you want to say,
See?
oh, good one. Did you want to say goodbye to the underground motel in White Cliffs?
Goodbye, underground motel. I'm not going to miss you.
It's an experience, peeps, let me tell you. We're heading to Cobar. What's the date? 24th?
Yep.
Thursday the 24th of
April.
April 2025. "7:42 a.m. heading to Cobar. See you later, Whitecliffs."
So why Broken Hill, I hear you say? Many years ago, I decided it would be a smart move to drive to Canberra from Adelaide via Broken Hill. Didn't quite realise that it's 500 kilometres. By the time we got to Broken Hill, we soon realised that we had to just keep going. So on our way around the outside of Broken Hill on this particular trip, we went through a breathalyser, and the policeman asked us a few questions about what we'd seen, and we told him nothing. And he wasn't too impressed, and we made him a promise that we would come back and have a look. So that's what the trip was all about. There you go, Officer McGillicuddy. Mission accomplished. Broken Hill is an extraordinary place, an extraordinary area. Breathtaking doesn't even seem to be the right word to use. I highly recommend the whole trip. We're going to plan a few more of these sort of trips, cover different areas close to Broken Hill. Highly recommend it. I hope you've enjoyed this two-part series, peeps, and if you have, please give us a big thumbs up, and look forward to the next one. See ya.
Two like groups of people have their own stickers on there. It's the funniest.